Hello and welcome to Empire Crypto TV. Please be sure to subscribe and like the show. Please support us on Empire Crypto TV, our YouTube channel. We are always bringing out educational content. If you like our content, please do visit our Empire Crypto TV channel. There are many videos that we do teaching people about trading, about crypto, forex, and other financial market training sessions that we supply for all beginners. And we also have an academy where we teach people how to trade on the financial markets, whether it be forex, stock markets, or the crypto market. But today we are going to be talking about a special topic, Ethereum 2.0. Okay, this is something new. Okay, something that Ethereum that has brought up. This happened in September. But what does it entail? 2.0, a lot of people may hear about it but cannot understand what it means to move from proof of work to proof of stake. So when Ethereum moved from proof of stake, from proof of work, to proof of stake, it became Ethereum 2.0. And here I have a chart where the Ethereum back in September, when it was launched, it was called the merger. And Ethereum became Ethereum 2.0 because of the proof of stake mechanism that they're going to be using. We're going to jump into it and see the definition, what it really entails. What does it really mean? So here the market here on the Ethereum chart, instead of going up, but the market went down, or the value of Ethereum went down. So this process is not going to happen just overnight. It's going to be a process that is going to take a long time for Ethereum to grasp, for it to have its value increase over time, because this type of technology that they have implemented is supposed to help out in terms of mining, and all the mining activity has been moved out. Now it has moved into proof of stake instead of proof of work. Let us see what it entails here on the meaning proof of stake. There are many other proof of stake coins. Before I jump into it, before Ethereum thought of proof of stake, there is Demi-Doge, there is Battle, Infinity, Lucky Block, Cardano, BNB, Solana, Avalanche, Algorand. They all are proof of stake project. Also Ethereum has stepped in, but now Ethereum is number one proof of stake coin, or proof of stake project. But these were pre-existent before Ethereum moved to 2.0, and now it's using POS, or proof of stake. But what does proof of stake mean? Let us just look at Investopedia. What does proof of stake mean in crypto? Okay, what is proof of stake? Proof of stake is a cryptocurrency consensus mechanism. I will just explain and elaborate, for processing transaction and creating new blocks in a blockchain. A consensus mechanism in a method for validating entries into a distributed database and keeping the database secured. In other words, before that, it was miners who keep the database secured before. But we'll discuss that, the manner of miners. Okay, a consensus mechanism is a method for validating entries into distributed database and keeping the database secure. In the case of cryptocurrency, the database is called a blockchain, so the consensus mechanism secures the blockchain. All in that about blockchain technology as well. And what this really means, instead of having that old school mining mechanism where you had miners who have to work out computational algorithms, and that took up a lot of power. Now there is this new mechanism which is using proof of stake consensus. So meaning that instead of relying on some miner for his computational power, which takes up a lot of power. That is why most countries have banned cryptocurrency mining. So in this case here, let's say for instance, if 51% of the stakers, okay, validators in the community agree with that transaction in the last time period, okay, then that block will be added to the Ethereum blockchain. So it's all about consensus mechanism, proof of stakers, people who are involved in. So it's a network that is spread out across the users and stakers, and they all see what's happening on the network in the database, which is the blockchain. Whereas before we had a time period when mining was a relevant factor. This is where it came from. The reason why people are moving to proof of stake is because this mining procedure used to take up too much power, and a lot of countries like China also banned mining because of electrical problems, and now Europe is also running through energy crisis. So proof of stake would be a perfect solution. Hence Ethereum moved to proof of stake, but it's still gonna be a process for it. But what does this proof of stake, what does it done on proof of stake? Because Ethereum at some point they use to supply about 13,000 Ethereums to miners, or reward miners. They used to cough out 13,000 Ethereums a day, actually. But now, since proof of work came around, the supply of Ethereum has dropped, as you can see here, right here on this. Okay, this is a lovely website, by the way, Ultrasound Money, which is a very good website to look at these statistics. So since that time, the supply has decreased because now you no longer need miners. Now you have proof of stake, which is a network which is using a consensus mechanism, and which uses validation, or you have validators instead of miners. So now you have all of that number, 13,000. Now you only have 1,200 Ethereums, or 1,000 to 1,300 Ethereums that you can push out. So the inflation in the Ethereum network has dropped from 4% maybe to something like 0.4%, and that is a massive drop. And when the inflation drops, which means the demand for Ethereum becomes higher. But even in economics, if the same amount demand plus supply equals to increase in value, but the increase of the value of Ethereum is still going to be a process that is going to be intact over time. As you can see here, the supply for Ethereum has dropped, and it used to be this sharp, and it used to be going higher, but at some point when they launched the 2.0 Ethereum, and the supply dropped because they no longer need to reward all of those miners. Now here, another one that you can see here on the data right here on this. Now what happens is, if you have more Ethereum that is banned than Ethereum that is been issued, it shows that this 2.0 Ethereum has had a good impact, because once we have a issuance decreasing, and you have the banning increasing, the banning of Ethereum, which means there is a scarcity of Ethereum. Once there is scarcity of Ethereum, which means the value of Ethereum is likely to rise. And as you can see, the supply growth has also navigated to a negative 0.11% over time. So which means that the less supply, the greater demand, and the demand pushes the value of Ethereum up. So it's still a process, this 2.0 Ethereum, so we'll see how far will it go. And do remember that coming from this process, it was necessary for the creation of 2.0 Ethereum. Vitalik Buterin, the Russian guy who created Ethereum in 2015, has implemented a very, very powerful plan. But as I said before, there was already proof of stake projects in the crypto markets that have been ongoing before Ethereum. But since Ethereum has stepped in, Ethereum has become the biggest proof of work or proof of stake project that has come across, and it is number one. Though it is number two, it is the number two cryptocurrency after Bitcoin. Though also Bitcoin still uses proof of work, still does mining, still does the old school way, but it's still the most powerful cryptocurrency. But it still uses the old mechanism. It will depend what will happen in the future. If Ethereum continues with this pattern of proof of stake. Okay, let me just go back to this. I just want to show if it continues with this process where the burning increases higher and the issuance decreases, which means this can mean that the supply for Ethereum will be scarce and it will push the value. As you can see here, before POS or before proof of stake, this was proof of work time, so it was expected that the supply would increase. But now, come this time after the merger, the proof of work was removed. As you can see, once it was removed, the supply has slowed down, which means it's bound to decrease. When the supply decreases, the inflation comes down and the value of Ethereum is likely to skyrocket over time. But that remains to be seen. And thank you very much for joining us. Until next time, this is Empire Crypto TV. Please be sure to subscribe and support our channel and like our show every now and then. And until next time, thank you very much.